Hey y'all, so you're probably wondering what's up with the new background. So right now I'm actually in my dorm room instead of at my house like I usually am. But besides that, I'm starting up this new thing called Motivational Monday. And basically, every single Monday I'm going to upload a short motivational talk about really a lot of different topics. So before I start, if you have a topic that you want or need to hear, let me know down in the comments and I'll work it in to one of the Mondays. It may just take a little bit of time. So the first topic is courage. And to start everything off, I'm going to use a quote from We Bought a Zoo. Sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage. Just literally 20 seconds of embarrassing bravery. And I promise you, something great will come out of it. That's a great quote. Honestly, I live by that quote every day. At least I try to. Some days it's harder than others, and I'll admit it's easier said than done. But it's so true that if you can just push past the hard part, then everything else is super easy. And maybe it won't work out the way you want it to, but that shouldn't matter. The important thing is that you did it. If you can do one hard thing, then you can do another. And all it takes is a little bit of a snowball effect, and boom, you're at the top. So underneath that amazing quote, it's important to remember that courage is not the absence of fear. It's doing something despite the presence of fear. Fear is all around us, and no matter what, we can't really escape it. Some people are braver than others, but that shouldn't stop us from trying to be just as brave. Now, I believe that everyone has courage, just not everyone believes they do. Maybe you're just unaware that you do have courage, but that's okay. Because all it takes is for something or someone to open it up inside of you, and I promise you, you will feel so free just to know that I have this little tiny bit of courage that will one day grow, and it's going to be awesome. But if you're one of the ones that do believe that you really lack a lot of courage like I was, then it's super easy just to start small. Maybe you go talk to someone that you've never talked to before in school, or if you're a little bit older at work, and it will be scary. It will frighten you, and especially if you have anxiety, it will downright terrify you. But I'm not saying all of this stuff to make you not want to try. I'm saying all of this to make you want to try. I suffer from anxiety too, and I don't know if it gets across, but it's still there. And the first time that I ever tried to talk to someone that I had never talked to before, I was downright terrified and I stuttered and I could barely get a word out. But when I finally did, you couldn't shut me up. I just kept talking and I didn't know what happened. And yes, I'm a shy person, but once you get past that little barrier, everything opens up. And it's a great feeling, and it feels so free that you just want to keep trying. But you still have to push past that barrier for new people. But when you start that small, then eventually you're going to be able to do anything you want to. Now, I told you that story to get across the point that just because you do something once does not automatically make you a master. It takes some time and it does take some work, but it's totally worth it in the end. Moving on from that topic, here's another quote. Sometimes you'll never know the meaning of a moment until it becomes a memory. That's from Dr. Seuss, and that man is deep. So one thing I've definitely learned through experience is it's so much better to live with the memory of what did happen than the regret of what might have. This can range from really anything, like trying to talk to a crush, or maybe standing up in front of a giant crowd and doing something that you really love. For example, I have a short little story. So this past semester in college, I joined a sorority and it was super fun. Now that is not the moment that I'm talking about. So there was a time when I got to sing in front of the sorority, and for a while I was actually going to limp out. And again, my voice shook the entire time, and I don't know if I sounded good. But I went up there. But that memory still burns in my mind because there was nothing but pure support from my sisters. And I couldn't be happier that I did it because that made my connection with them so much more pure. So moments still go with courage. And it's all because of this quote from Walt Disney. It says all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And again, that's so deep. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if it's just me that's noticed this or if it's genuinely everywhere in the world, but it's become dishearteningly common to look down on people that call themselves dreamers. So I'm a dreamer. I mean, I daydream, I have wild dreams at night. But more than just that, I dream of a very, very bright future. For more than just myself, but for my friends, my family, for people that I may have not even met yet, but I just know that there's something great in the world, and something great is going to happen if we work towards it. But I can't do it alone. So I really hope that there are some dreamers out there that are listening to this, and they're saying, hey, I think I'm a dreamer too. Maybe I can be the next one that makes a difference. I think dreamers are so important because without dreamers, the world can't move on. Without dreamers, nothing can grow. So saying that, I have a little challenge for you. I want you to go out and try something brand new that you've always wanted to try, but you've always been too afraid to try. Let me know what happens down in the comments below. And to leave this video on a question, I'm going to let my girl Merida take over.
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
Let me know the answer to that question as well down in the comments. To start it off, I don't think I would change my fate, because I believe my fate is to do exactly this. A little background to why I'm starting Motivational Mondays is because I want to become a motivational speaker in the future. And where else is a better place to start than right here, where I will have an audience. People can hear what I have to say, and maybe one day someone's going to say, hey, can you come talk a little bit longer to this group? I think that would just be amazing. That's what I want to do. I know I've always wanted to help people, and I've been trying to think of ways I can reach a larger demographic than just one person at a time, like before when I wanted to be a psychologist. Well, here it is. Motivational speaking, motivational talks, anything that can motivate a person to make a change in the world, I think that's amazing, and that's what I want to do. Even if I'm not the one that makes the change. But I know deep down that someone did make a difference because they heard something I had to say. That would be so amazing for me. So if anything I said today really had a deep meaning for you, hit the like button. And if nothing I said today had a deep meaning for you, then hit subscribe, because one of my other talks may just have that meaning for you. And also hit the notification bell. I'm going to be uploading every single Monday, and I don't want you to miss the next one. So that's all for today, and see you next time. Bye!